Welcome to NKTelco Sports. We're here at Ohio Northern Sports Center, where the Muskingum Fighting Muskies take on the ONU Polar Bears. Today's game sponsored by Allen Knott Honda, Cross Car Center, El Campo Mexican Restaurant, Ingleson Sausage Company, Klein's Auto Center, Nareda Lanes, Ohio Northern University, NKT.TV, Viva Maria Italian Restaurant, Western Sizzlin Steakhouse, NKTelco, Whatever Cards and Games, That Place for Pets, and Stites Grocery and Catering. And good afternoon, Dean Jackson along with Dave Kadapke as we come to you from the Ohio Northern Sports Center here in the middle of the national anthem, so we will pause for the conclusion. It is the 1-11 Muskies, 0-5 in the OAC, taking on the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Ohio Northern 1-4 in the conference, 7-5 overall. Dave, this is a Polar Bear team that started off strong, but December was not kind to the Polar Bears.
No, not at all, Dean. They was 5-0 in November, 2-5 in December. They're coming off. They played the D3Hoops.com Classic Las Vegas. Played a little better, split some games, defeated Carthage by 8, and then lost to a very good William Neck squad by 2. So Coach Duran and her team hopes to start out 2019 with a victory today.
And they want to get back in the OAC standings. Baldwin Wallace 4-1 on the season, so it's not impossible, but they've got their work cut out for them. Muskingum 0-5 overall, looking for their first win. 4 games back. ONU 3 games off the pace. We do have the starting lineups, and we will go first for the visiting Muskies. At forward, 0, Casey Lepla. Also at guard, number 13, Sam Filiaggi. It's a tough pronunciation.
Yeah.
Erica Heyer. Devin Bonner will play forward, and Olivia Lang at guard. So it's Lepla, Filiaggi, Heyer, Bonner, and Lang for the Muskies. For Ohio Northern, at one guard, Alyssa Manley, Abby Weeks, Jessa Dirksen at another guard, Tori Weiss, and Sydney Ward. So it's Wiss, Ward, Dirksen, Weeks, and Manley as we get things started. Thanks so much for joining us all along our network, which includes the NKTelco family and West Ohio Sports Network, WOSN. Big game to right the ship for the Polar Bears, and that's what they set out to do. Polar Bears come into this contest averaging 65 points per game, giving up 60.8. Meanwhile, the Muskies come in averaging 57 points a game, giving up 74. So the stats aren't promising for Muskingum, but anything happens once a game gets going.
Yes, it does. Muskingum, both these teams have been on the break. Muskingum's had a tough year. They've lost 6 in a row. Their only win was against Wooster. Their leading scorers are both right at 13 points a game. Junior forward Devin Bonner and also sophomore guard Emily Yeager, both at 12.9 for the Polar Bears. Leading their way was Jenna Dirksen with 14.1. And then right behind you have Emily Mesher at 9.1, also leads the team in rebounds at 6.8. While we got a chance to talk about our keys to the game, Dean, first we'll talk about Muskingum. Well, first of all, they want to limit turnovers. They commit 20 turnovers a game. They want to limit that, and also coming a long way. They went off to a good start. For the Polar Bears, they want to work their inside-out attack. They got good size. They also have good three-point shooters. Need to work out. They need to dictate the tempo. They're the favorite in this game. They need to dictate the terms on how they want the game played.
This game brought to you by Stites Grocery and Catering for the best prices around. And we're getting set up on the half court. Muskingum firing it down low, trying to work it down the baseline. Has trouble with it. Here come the Polar Bears on the run. Little 2-on-2 break, cuts underneath, no good. Gets her own rebound, up and in, and just that quick. The Polar Bears on the board. Weeks with the first points of the game.
Nice steal there by Jenna Dirksen that set that up and got it over to Weeks in a good position to score.
The Muskies and the Polar Bears.
Polar Bears have dropped back into a 2-3 zone after playing man-to-man the first possession. Nice three-pointer there by Hyra for the Fighting Muskies.
On the wing for the Polar Bears, dealing down low. Gets it swatted away, and the Muskies come up with it. Filiagi on the far side. And I'll get that right sometime tonight. And will we have a foul underneath? It sure looks like it.
Foul on the Polar Bears.
That is going to go on Dirksen. That will be her first.
See on the replay there, she does a nice little hesitation dribble, gets a step on her defender, and Filiagi, shooting two, hits the first one.
That's right, Filiagi. And it's now a 4-2 game.
Filiagi on the season, 59% free throw shooter, averages 8.7, and she makes them both.
Kind of a breathtaking shot there, as you weren't sure if it was going to drop in or not. Weeks now has it up top. Dirksen works her way to the far side, takes a couple steps. Manley swings it around the horn. Dumps it down low, nicely done, off glass. Wiss gets it to go.
Nice drive there, got into the lane there by Weeks, a nice bounce pass to Wiss for the point. Polar Bears within one.
Muskingum on the wing. ONU doing a nice job of shutting them down outside, but that's what happens right there. Filiagi knocks it down, the sophomore guard from Elira Catholic. It's now a 7-4 game. You know, you shut things down inside, but that opens up the outside game. And twice, Muskingum has knocked him down.
Yeah, that time Wiss had some position there, but the pass was a little bit wide. Turnovers for the Polar Bears.
And nothing is going to frustrate a coach more than a bad possession just like that for ONU.
No, it wasn't what Coach Duran wanted. Wanted definitely.
Let's fire, no good. The rebound quickly comes ONU on the wing through traffic. Almost gets it knocked away. Puts it up from 15 on the rim. And another possession without anything. And just one look. It's one thing not to come up, but you got to get looks at the basket.
Yeah, she had an opening there, just wasn't able to convert there by Manley.
Dumps it off, a battle for it, and that's the type of intensity they're going to need. Ward swings it off, Dirksen through traffic. The bounce pass down low, working her way up, and no good. Gets her own rebound, Weeks, and she'll get the foul.
Able to get a little bit of penetration there. Abby Weeks, she draws the foul. Emily Mesher, number 34, graduate of Marion Local High School, into the game for the Polar Bears. Let's get another look. See the shot by Weeks, a little bit too strong. Follows with her rebound. Knocked out as a non-shooting foul.
Manley deals it in to Ward, back around, now to Weeks. On the low wing, here comes Dirksen. Doesn't get it to go, gets her own rebound, back pedals. Around they come again on the reset. Up and good it is by Manley.
Nice job there. Dirksen got her own rebound and kicked it out, and a nice pass around the perimeter. Nice shot by Manley for a three on that possession.
And that's what coaches talk about. They talk about being smart and making your own plays, and they did it. First shot doesn't go. You got to get the ball back. Up and no good on the runner by Bonner. Bonner, all of 6 foot, the junior.
Nice steal there by Bonner. She got the steal. It looked like Mesher was wide open.
She's got good agility from the outside. No good. Kicks it back out to her. And Muskingum seems to be happy just to set up from outside.
Yeah, they haven't worked it in too much, other than Bonner that other time. There's like a steal.
Battle for it. ONU weeks through traffic. Out to Dirksen on the wing. She'll set up underneath. Mesher up against Bonner. The hook shot, no good, and Bonner simply hauls it down, and there's a collision underneath.
Weeks went a little bit too hard into Bonner there, and Bonner falls to the floor. Well, hopefully she's okay, but took a hard shot to the shoulder.
We'll take this timeout. We will be back. This is ONU basketball and NKTelco.
You know Stites Grocery as a discount grocery store for over 30 years. You know us for our great variety of food at very reasonable prices and our high-quality meat department where you can get our deli and meats at low prices. But did you know we've been catering for over 10 years? We specialize in wedding receptions and other events. We can customize your party with a variety of options. Stites Grocery and Catering in Lima. Stop in, call us, or check out our Facebook page for our daily deals.
We are back. Bonner being escorted to the sideline with, at least it looks like, a temporary ailment. She'll sit out for a moment. We want to thank Crofts Car Center, the right choice, and El Campo Mexican Restaurant, the best Mexican food. 7-7 the score. 5:34 to play here in the first quarter. ONU trying to get back on the winning track, get back in the chase for the OAC. They have lost 4 of their last 5. That shot up, no good from Clark. ONU showing good movement on the transition, but simply not getting the baskets consistently. Brock puts that one up, no good. On the run through traffic is Carroll. She'll dump it off. That shot no good by Filiagi. The shot put up by Miller. That one no good. And another look and a jump ball. That one will go to ONU.
3 chances there. Muskie's not able to convert on that. Alternate possession gives it. We have a timeout on the floor. So we'd like to thank our sponsors.
Today's replay brought to you by Clyde's Napa Auto Center. These are the sponsors that make today's games possible and all the games this season possible. Folks like Nareda Lanes, Viva Maria Italian Restaurant, Western Sizzling Steakhouse, NKTelco. You look at the ONU Brain Trust right now and a look at the Muskingum bench. It's really hard to get a tempo of where you think this game's going to go.
Yeah, at times both teams are trying to push the tempo but not really able to. There hasn't been really any fast break baskets so far. ONU's gotten some decent looks inside and out, have converted on some, not always. On Muskingum hit at 3 early, and Filiagi had a drive. They got their early lead. And ONU's trying to get their pace here. You know, it's a little different environment right now. Everybody's been on break. The students are still on break. You come through the holidays. I'm sure the team's been here for about a week, but they're just out of the normal rhythm. And coaches always fear that they want to have that regular routine that they can have, that you get into the routine of classes and practice. And right now they're trying to adjust that. Right now they're talking through what adjustments they want to make here in the timeout.
Muskingum 2 of 8, 25% from the field, 1 of 4 from outside. Ohio Northern just a shade better at 3 of 9. They're 1 of 2 from behind the arc. We're looking at other numbers here. Total rebounds pretty even. 6 for the Polar Bears, 5 for the Muskies. No real stats to tell right now. Ohio Northern, and this is not a surprise, has 4 points in the paint in Muskingum, but Ohio Northern has really shut things down inside against Muskingum. And of course, Muskingum happy to take the outside shot.
So they come out of the break. It'll be Polar Bear ball here and chance for them to take the lead. We've been stuck on 7-7 for the last couple minutes.
To the half court, Lexi Jacobs. Jacobs from Wapakoneta. Certainly a strong Western Ohio feel to this Ohio Northern team. It could be called Western Ohio. The shot is up. No good. And it will be a Polar Bear. I'm sorry, it will be a Muskies basketball.
Time number 20, Lexi Jacobs had a good look from the 3. Not able to hit it as looks like we'll have a little 2-2-1 full court pressure by the Polar Bears.
We have gone over a minute since scoring. In fact, Trying to track this down for you in a moment. I'll have that in a second. Filiaghi from the wing. The bounce pass up top to Carroll. Working for the shot. It's 4:20 to play here in the first quarter. And a travel, just enough of a stutter for Filiaghi to get called for it.
Nice job by the Polar Bears. A little bit more active on defense. Caused that turnover, but now they need to, they've been come up empty the last several possessions, see if they can convert here.
On the wing to Brock, down low, new player in the game is Yankel, no good. Carroll with the rebound, leading the transition, circles the wagons up top to Yeager. We still haven't seen Bonner since her injury. Up and good.
Good penetration, the assist there to Sarah Miller with the basket.
Ward works her way against double team action, up and good off the glass.
Emily Masher from Marion Local there. Marion Local's high school team here today watching the action.
Carroll into the paint, back up top. Yeager kicks it off. Muskie's trying desperately to get inside. There's a runner up and good from Yeager. Yeager now has 2. I thought she had more than that, honestly.
Yeah, she averages almost 13 points a game. She got an opening there, an underhand shot for the basket.
Yankel met tightly on the near side. Down low to Mesher. Back up top again to Jacobs. 13 on the shot clock. Almost knocked away, and it is. Muskingum with control. Trailing by 2, ONU. Muskingum with the basketball. Mesher with the rebound.
Good job there by Mesher, controlling the inside with the steal.
Up top to Mesher again. Takes a couple dribbles to the near side. Down low, trying to work it up. No good. Just short from Stoller, Stays a 11-9 game. Muskingum with the lead. I don't really think that one team has control or momentum more than another.
No, it's been, nobody's really got their rhythm. Nobody's really had a couple possessions in a row, but there's a nice cut inside there. Olivia Bates with a basket.
Bates, the 5'10" guard from Minerva.
Polar Bears just 4 of 14 from the field.
The shot from 19, no good on the iron.
Now just 1 of 5 on threes.
Yeager on the wing. Gets it off to Filiaghi. Up top to Carroll. 19 to shoot, 17 now to shoot, Minute and a half to play in the quarter. Working inside. Thinks better of it. Off to Miller. Got it.
Miller from Uniontown Lake High School, freshman, 6-footer, knocks down the jumper.
She now has 4 points on the opposite side. Stoller over to the near side. Jacobs now has it. Working to make her move. Gets the screen into the corner. Wants to go baseline. Back up top to Jacobs. Putting it up is Brock. Off target. Tracking it down, Mesher. And the short layup, the short bunny by Stoller, up and good. The freshman from Lima's Shawnee.
Good offensive rebound there by Mesher, and she gave it up there, put Stoller in a good position to score.
Cuts the lead down to 4. A chance to cut it to 2 right here in the final 38 seconds. Muskingum has led by as much as 6. It's at 4 right now. Jacobs to Mesher, to the near side. Yankel, 23 on the clock. 10 on the shot clock, and there's a foul. Looks like it's going to go on number 13, Filiaghi.
So we have a whole host of players.
A line change if it were a hockey game. 5 players coming in, including Bonner, who's back in from that scare early on after that collision. I believe that she and Ward collided underneath the basket. Yankel, shot clock is shut off, 15 seconds on the period clock. Underneath, waits, puts it up, no good. Rebound Muskingum. Manley looked like it was going to go. 5 seconds remaining. 2 seconds. To the far side, and there's the buzzer. We will take the timeout. 1 quarter in the books. Ohio Northern trailing Muskingum 15-11. This is NKTelco.
Lanes in Ada offers men's league bowls on Mondays and Wednesday evenings, women's league bowls on Thursday evenings, couples bowls on Friday evenings, kids bowl on Saturday mornings from December through March, Scotch mixed double bowls on the last Saturday of every month, open bowling on Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon reserve the bowling alley for children's birthday parties, and on Sunday, lanes are available to reserve for birthdays of any age as well as for group events. Check out NKTelanes.com for more info.
Back at Ohio Northern Sports Center, Dean Jackson along with Dave Kanapke. Allen Knott Honda and Toyota. Better experience, better price, only at Allen Knott. Well, shooting woes for Ohio Northern, 5 of 18. Muskingum much better at 6 of 13.
Yeah, neither team, especially the Polar Bears, haven't gotten any rhythm at all, inside or outside.
Polar Bears get the basketball back. Again, a chance to cut it to a 2-point game. Polar Bears, as you see on the screen, just 1 win in OAC play. Muskingum looking for their first win. Ward on the pivot near the top of the key. Off to Brock, who will cut inside. Hits iron, no good. Muskingum doing a nice job of limiting penetration.
Yeah, it's usually one and done for the Polar Bears. And there's a tray for Muskingum. Olivia Lang with the basket.
Lang with her first points of the game.
Muskingum 7 of 15 from the field, and they are 3 of 5 on their three-pointers.
Ohio Northern working for every shot that they're taking, and those shots are not falling at this point. Battle for it. And it will be a Muskies basketball.
There's a tough break there as he went to the floor, and it went off of Ward. So just not a whole lot of rhythm here, as we talked about now. 5 of 19, 1 of 6 on their threes. And Coach Duran trying to adjust. And sometimes you can turn around your offense with some defense. Maybe they can get some turnovers and a layup.
Biggest lead of the game right now at 7. That's short from the outside. Ohio Northern has got to start connecting on shots, and it's not like they're not taking good shots. They're just not dropping.
They're trying to get it inside. There's Dirksen with a shot, and a big three-pointer there by Jenna Dirksen. Needed that basket.
8:20 remaining in the second quarter. Cuts the lead down to 4 points at 18-14. Muskingum with the lead and the basketball. Into Bonner, works her way up against Ward, puts it up. Ward with the deflection.
Nice defense there by Sydney Ward. She held her ground, and she also kept her hands up. She got able to get a block. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Muskies.
My computer crashed, so we're trying to get our stats set up again.
Oh, my.
And it's now up to a 6-point game. 20-14.
Basket by Lang again.
Manley deals it down to Ward. Ward working up against Miller to the outside. That one is good, knocking it down. Tori Wiss, the Ada product, 4 points now for her.
I believe that's the first time Northern has had back-to-back possession with points.
Down to a 4-point game. 20-16. ONU has never enjoyed a lead in this contest.
Muskingum only 1-11, but they are pretty happy with how they're playing so far.
Lang puts up the prayer, hits the side, and there's a foul that'll go with it.
She got bailed out there. Not a very good shot there, but foul will be on number 31, Jenna Dirksen. So the shot clock was running down there, and Olivia Lang here will shoot 3.
Up and good. Back up to a 5-point game.
Lang from Worcester at Triway High School on this season. Averages right at about 4 points a game.
That one is up, no good. And I don't care what lead you have, no coach ever likes free throw misses.
I think we had a lane violation on that one as well.
And they like lane violations even less.
So 2 of 3 Lang with 7 points off the bench.
Leading scorer for either team.
Polar Bears had 2 good possessions. Let's see if they can build on that. They had an outside shot by Dirksen and an inside by Ward.
On the near side to Brock, to Weeks. Weeks will cut inside, put it up, got it to go.
Nice move there. Weeks had a nice crossover there that got her opening, and the basket there cuts the lead to 4.
She has 4 points, a 22-18 game. Just over 6.5 minutes remaining in the second stanza. To the outside, lets fire, chips away. Nope. They'll reset again, coming down low, works her way up, throws it up, and gets zone, rebound, and still a battle for it. Abby Weeks now comes up for it and says, enough of this foolishness, it's our ball.
3 chances there, goes by the boards for the Muskies. And now the rebounding being won by the Muskies, 13-11.
Ward in the middle, deals it back to Manley, lets it go, and now all of a sudden the Polar Bears have gotten hot.
Nice inside-out basketball. They got it down to Ward. She kicks it out there, and Manley knocks down and rattles it home with a big basket. Boy, that's 4 straight possessions with a basket.
Inside, gets cut off very well. Back up top to Heyer. She'll deal it off from the outside, no good. All kinds of white jerseys to track it down.
That was going out of bounds. Wiss with a nice save.
Manley to Brock, she'll launch from 3, got it! And for the first time this afternoon, Ohio Northern has the lead 24-22. The timeout, we will be back. This is NKTelco.
At That Place for Pets, we offer classes for puppies to seniors, puppy kindergarten, family dog, advanced or top dog, and agility classes. If you're looking for a place for your dog to play, we offer doggy daycare. Let them play in a monitored, temperature-controlled area. Doggy daycare is available Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Screening is required. At That Place for Pets, our groomers are ready to help your pet look their best. Call today for your appointment. That Place for Pets, for playing, training, and grooming, where every dog can be a top dog.
We welcome you back. Tonight's scoreboard brought to you by That Place for Pets, where every dog can be a top dog. And NKTelco.com. Bring you high school sports, college sports. 24-22, and all of a sudden, the Polar Bears have gotten hot. That's kind of a oxymoron.
Yes, they've really turned around. 5 straight possessions they scored. They were down 18-11, and they've been on fire in the last possessions. They've done some pretty good inside-outside possessions there for the baskets. The leading scorers here, it was Brock with a couple big threes, and also Manley with 11 points for the Polar Bears. So Coach Duran has to be happy with what they've done here. It seems like Muskingum's got a little bit out of rhythm. They threw up some shots that weren't probably the best shots. They weren't really setting their feet like they were earlier. And also, Ohio Northern has really shut off the inside game of Muskingum. So see if they can build with this after the timeout.
Ohio Northern hitting at a 41.7% clip. Quite an improvement from 25% just a few moments ago. 44%, 4 of 9 from behind the arc. And that one, I believe, goes off of Ohio Northern. And that's exactly what they say.
So defensively, Coach Duran's teams have always played very good defense, and no exception this year. Within a few drives, they've been able to seal off inside.
Carroll on the wing, cuts closer, deals it back off. The shot clock violation, and that, I think, I was getting ready to say that, you know, those forced shots are a product of just not getting good shots.
Yeah, that was good job there. Weeks even had her hand up there and blocked it. And yeah, you could play good defense all 30 seconds. And they have to force those shots. So
now you saw the shot there of head coach Michelle Duran not pleased. What was she upset about?
You know, the good coaches are never quite satisfied until they hit the perfect game. And there, Wiss had a nice open jumper, just couldn't get it to fall.
Billy Agee to Carroll. On the wing to the left side to Yeager. Yeager will come closer, tries to go baseline, gets cut off by the double team. Knock that up, and the foot race goes out. ONU up by 2. Muskingum getting out of the game plan they had early on. And as Dave had said, out of their rhythm. Coming up before halftime, Dave will catch up with head coach Michelle Duran for a first half update. Up and good. Brock, she now has 6.
Brock nails it, a very smooth shot there by the player from Akron Revere High School.
5 points, biggest lead for Ohio Northern, 27-22. And another turnover. Muskingum working themselves out of this contest.
And Ohio Northern's winning the battle on that end of the court. Their defense has got Muskingum's offense totally out of rhythm right now.
Is that a mental thing?
You know, it's part of it. You know, when things are going good, you have the confidence to do the shot, to make the cut. If things aren't going good, then you kind of press. You might sometimes try too hard. And I think Ohio Northern's confidence is building as this game has gone on.
Dumped off, the shot from Jacobs is good. An 8-point advantage for the Polar Bears.
The three-point shooting at one time was 1 of 6, now 5 of 10. They've hit 4 straight threes in a row for the Polar Bears.
I think it's even better than that once we get these updates. Shot is up and no good. And Muskingum is going ice cold. Abby Weeks on the near side. Comes top of the key, gets the screen from Mesher. Off to Wiss. Mesher will power up underneath, rolls away, no good. Higher the rebound. An 8-point advantage for the Polar Bears, 30-22.
Decent look down low to Mesher, just a little bit too strong off the glass.
From the outside, kick fires it up and good. The basket good by Erica Heyer. She now has 6, and Muskingum desperately needed that.
Yeah, they were stuck on 22 for quite a while there.
Another failed possession. Heyer on the run, into the corner. Looking for the right shot with 1:44. To the outside, again. From the outside, knocking it down, Erica Heyer. She now has 9.
2 in a row there.
Back to a 2-point game.
See if the Polar Bears can answer. They had the momentum, had an 8-point lead. Looked like they were really going to build on that.
Cutting to the inside. Jacobs up, no good, and a foul.
Nice drive by Jacobs there. She got the crossover. She got a step. We'll get another look here. Off the screen by Mesher. Left-hand side, got a step, forced the foul. And Lexi Jacobs, a freshman for Wapakoneta High School with 2 shots.
Emily Yeager with the foul. That is her first. Jacobs puts it up. That is no good.
Jacobs on the season. She averages 3.2, mostly off the bench.
Just her 6th free throw of the season and just her 2nd make. It's a 31-28 game, a minute 20 remaining in the first half. Muskingum had a 7-point lead. Ohio Northern is up by as many as 8. Bonner, met by the double team, kicks it out with a long shot, bounces away. The rebound long to Ohio Northern. Manley circles the wagon, back up top. Final 47 seconds. Dave Kanapke will have comments from Ohio Northern coach Michelle Durand in a moment. Weeks to trigger it in. To Manley. Working for the right shot. 40 seconds remaining, 22 on the shot clock. Wiss will put it up, no good. Ohio Northern has a second chance. Wiss over to Brock, she'll put it up from 3, and that one dead on target. 34-28. 13 of 29, well over 43% for Ohio Northern. Final 15 seconds. A 6-point advantage for the Polar Bears. Cutting to the far side, Filiaghi gets the screen, fires back into the corner, the long shot, no good. Bonner hard to the basket, no good. 1.9 remaining, and she will go to the line. The foul will go on Caitlin Hurd. Devin Bonner, yet to score a point tonight, makes that one. And cuts it to a 5-point game at 34-29. Another one on the way. It is up and it is good. 2 points now for Bonner, and it's a 4-point game. Less than a second, and that will do it. 1 half in the books. It is Ohio Northern 34, Muskingum 30. And in a moment, we will talk with head coach Michelle Durand. And now we'll go to Dave, who is with Michelle Durand.
Coach, in the first half, you really started out slow, especially shooting the ball, but really had a hot stretch there.
Yeah, I mean, I think really what was wrong in the first half is we didn't play very good defense. We were letting them beat us off one dribble, and I feel like our offense doesn't get going unless our defense is better. So,
is that the main thing you want to stress in the second half is defense, or other things on offense as well?
Yeah, I think we've got to play better defense. We've got to rebound the ball better, and then the offense will come. I think we're probably dribbling too much. We need to pass the ball a little bit more, but mainly our defense and our rebounding has to get better.
All right, thanks, Coach. 34-30, Polar Bears ahead of Muskingum at halftime. We'll take a break, come back with the first half stats here on NKTelco Sports.
Whatever Cards and Games in Ada is your locally owned, family-friendly business for all your gaming needs. We carry a wide range of collectible card games, board games, family games, role-playing games, educational games for all ages, and more. Stop in today for your much-needed expansion packs and war miniatures. We are an official tournament store for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, and Cardfight Vanguard. Expect an enjoyable time at Whatever Cards and Games, where there's fun for everyone.
In business since 1986, Klein's Auto Parts and Repair Center has been the go-to place for auto repairs. Our store is well stocked with high-quality Napa parts. Our Napa Auto Repair Center is a full-service garage located right next door. Check out these specials. With locations in Ada, Kenton, and Bellefontaine, you are never far from quality auto parts and services.
Trust us. NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us!
Being here at Ferguson, you always can rely on not being on the same job. You're always going to be changing. It's going to be a change of scenery. Every job's going to be different, and you're always going to have something new to look forward to every time you're on a new job, because none of them's done the same.
What I like about Ferguson, I like being outside. I like working with my hands. I like the people I work with. It's always different. You're doing something different every day. There's usually not the same thing twice. Every building's different, so you get to learn every aspect of every building and how things change, how things go together differently, and how it goes from the ground up.
Started off pushing broom, picking up trash here at Ferguson. Worked my way up into concrete, setting forms, setting walls and frost walls and stuff, and moved my way on up into sheet metal trade, doing roofing and siding. Then after doing roofing and siding, running crews and stuff, I moved into a crew leader position.
Well, I started just over 2 years ago on our Benzar project, one of the biggest ones we've done. I got thrown onto a roof immediately, not afraid of heights, which is where I ended up. I was on there for about 6 months straight on the roofs. I became a sheet metalist shortly after, at about a year. And then here recently, within the last year, I've been doing a little bit of more ironwork, concrete, learning a little bit of everything. I went to college for 2 years to be a game warden. School loans are coming out. I never finished, so something had to pay the bills, and here I am at Ferguson 2 years later, and I love it.
I'm here to watch over the guys, make sure that the job's done correctly in a timely manner, and that they make money on the job, and make sure everything's done efficiently and correctly and safely.
Here at Ferguson, the pay is good if you're willing to work hard and earn for it. I've never had under a 40-hour week in the 2 years that I've worked here. The overtime's nice. Some jobs are mandatory overtime. Sometimes it's 50 hours a week. Sometimes it's not, but I've never had a week that's been under 40 hours.
Here at Ferguson, we have the 401k, profit sharing, and health benefits.
It's always nice to look back and say, yeah, I did that, and yes, it looks good. And then somebody's going to look at it and say, I like it.
Stites Grocery is a discount grocery store for over 30 years. You know us for our great variety of food at very reasonable prices and our high-quality meat department where you can get our deli and meats at low prices. But did you know we've been catering for over 10 years? We specialize in wedding receptions and other events. We can customize your party with a variety of options. Stites Grocery and Catering in Lima. Stop in, call us, or check out our Facebook page for our daily deals.
Lanes and Ada offers men's league bowls on Mondays and Wednesday evenings, women's league bowls on Thursday evenings, couples bowls on Friday evenings, kids bowl on Saturday mornings from December through March, Scotch mixed double bowls on the last Saturday of every month, Open bowling on Saturday evening. Saturday afternoon, reserve the bowling alley for children's birthday parties. And on Sunday, lanes are available to reserve for birthdays of any age as well as for group events. Check out NKTelco.com for more info.
At That Place for Pets, we offer classes for puppies to seniors, puppy kindergarten, family dog, advanced or top dog, and agility classes. If you're looking for a place for your dog to play, we offer doggy daycare. Let them play in a monitored, temperature-controlled area. Doggy daycare is available Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Screening is required. At That Place for Pets, our groomers are ready to help your pet look their best. Call today for your appointment. That Place for Pets, for playing, training, and grooming, where every dog can be a top dog.
I'm Bill Lugers. I'm sheet metal foreman of the heavy fab shop, and I've been here since 2010, and I've been doing sheet metal work for 38 years. I've been introduced into the sheet metal trade when I was a young kid. My dad's been a sheet metal worker all of his life. I suggest starting in any trade, whether it's sheet metal, electrical, plumbing, all the trades like that. Anyone you want to pick, there's tons of jobs out there for it. You make a very good living, and you're satisfied every day you get off of work. You look back at what you did every day, and then by the time the job's over with, I built this. It's amazing, and it's a very good career opportunity. Everybody these days are looking for workers. Each trade's looking for workers. When I got to work with my dad, I got introduced into, the whole trade. And there's just more to it than just welding. There's putting ductwork in. There's just various things in this trade that you do. And then learning the fabrication trade, I wish I'd have learned that right off the bat, because that's more involved. You got to use more of your head than just go put ductwork in, And so every day you're constantly, like what comes in here every day, it's something totally different. You're not just sitting there with something that you know you're going to do every single day. I go to work, I know I'm going to build duct. That's all I'm going to do all day. Back here in the heavy fab, there's always something different. It's never new. It's never the same. So you're constantly always using your head, and that's what my dad instilled in me, is always think about what you're doing. Always learn from the guys that's got more experience from you. You don't have to ask a lot of questions, just pay attention. But if you feel like, why'd you do this, you ask the question, So you'll see a lot of guys just won't ask a lot of questions because I don't think they're that interested. I always ask, and I always paid attention. And that's where I'm at today. And that's why the knowledge in this, there's probably not too many things they can throw at me that I can't figure out and fix or build.
Whatever Cards and Games in Ada is your locally owned, family-friendly business for all your gaming needs. We carry a wide range of collectible card games, board games, family games, role-playing games, educational games for all ages, and more. Stop in today for your much-needed expansion packs and war miniatures. We are an official tournament store for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, and Cardfight Vanguard. Expect an enjoyable time at Whatever Cards and Games, where there's fun for everyone.
In business since 1986, Klein's Auto Parts and Repair Center has been the go-to place for auto repairs. Our store is well stocked with high-quality Napa parts. Our Napa Auto Repair Center is a full-service garage located right next door. Check out these specials. With locations in Ada, Kenton, and Bellefontaine, you are never far from quality auto parts and services.
You know Stites Grocery as a discount grocery store for over 30 years. You know us for our great variety of food at very reasonable prices and our high-quality meat department where you can get our deli and meats at low prices. But did you know we've been catering for over 10 years? We specialize in wedding receptions and other events. We can customize your party with a variety of options. Stites Grocery and Catering in Lima. Stop in, call us, or check out our Facebook page for our daily deals.
And we are back. Halftime, final moments, making the adjustments. 34-30. The stat of note, and the steel trap that is known as Dave Kanapke comes up with this one. Ohio Northern, 7 of 13 three-point shooting. Pretty darn good. But even more impressive is how they got started.
They were 1 of 6 at one time. So that means if you do the math, they hit 6 of the last 7. And that turned they were down by 7, 18-11. It turned it into an 8-point lead, and they've rode it to the 4-point halftime lead. As we look at the overall numbers here, the field goal percentage for overall field goals, 10 of 29 for Muskingum, 13 of 30 for the Polar Bears. Threes, 4 of 14, and the 7 of 13. It turned out very, very good for the Polar Bears. Free throws, Muskingum's got to the line more than what the Polar Bears have, 6 of 6, 1 of 2. Rebounding pretty even. Turnovers, 2 more turnovers to Muskingum compared to Ohio Northern. Some of the individual numbers, leading scorer for the Polar Bears, Emily Brock, as she hit 3 threes late in the first half with 9 points. Alyssa Manley also with a couple threes with 6 points. And you have Tori Wiss, Abby Weeks, and also Lexi Jacobs with 4 points apiece. For the Muskies, leading the way, Erica Hyra with 9 points. Olivia Lang with 7 points off the bench. Some of the other numbers are interesting. Points in the paint, dead even at 10 apiece. Second chance points, 10 for Ohio Northern, just 4 for Muskingum. And bench points, this could be a factor as we go down the stretch. 17 bench points for Northern compared to just 8 for Muskingum. So, you know, it was a kind of an uneven play. Their hot three-point shooting really bailed out the Polar Bears in what wasn't a really good half otherwise. As we heard Coach Duran as we went to halftime, she wasn't real happy with how the defense is playing. I'm sure she would address that at halftime. We'll see how they come out here in the second half.
And I was going to say, Muskingum had a cold spell for sure. But I think more than anything, the Polar Bears just went out of their minds from behind the arc.
Yeah, and they rode that. And, you know, sometimes it seems like three-point shooting in general is always streak shooting. It seems like it isn't like consistent. You either have a really cold stretch or you have a hot stretch. It's hard to have a hot stretch the whole time. And they really rode that, and that's with Manley. And also Meeks had those threes. And if they picked up the intensity on defense there, I think they can really roll here in the second half.
Ohio Northern battling for possessions. There were some in there that they just didn't convert, and then they started to respect the basketball more and started to fight for the basketball more. And I think that also has something to do with the score change too. Getting, you know, more opportunities, more touches of the basketball, you're going to get more looks.
Yeah, and then, you know, we talked about dictating their tempo in their terms. You know, they're 7-5, but they're a perennial powerhouse in this league. And Muskingum 1-11. You know, it's time to show Muskingum that they're the better team here. And we'll see what happens here in the second half.
Especially at your place.
Yes. You play home and home on all the other 9 teams in the OAC, so you got to defend your home court.
Dirksen deals it inside. She was absent for much of the first half, playing just 6 minutes. From the outside, up, no good. Misfires on the shot from Lang. One look, and here comes ONU. Ward puts it up, throws it up and in. Got it.
One of the few fast break points that we've had. Nice pass that time from Manley to Ward for the basket.
A 6-point advantage. It's been as big as 8 for ONU. Bonner on the wing right. She'll pull up from 18, hits iron. And it'll be a foul underneath.
It's a rebound. Hale with the rebound. Check that.
That will be out of bounds. I'm sorry. No foul. Well, no, it is a foul. Excuse me. So it'll be a whist. I didn't see the signal, but then I heard the announcement.
Look at that. It will stay there. Well, part of the reason Dirksen was out in the first half, she has 2 fouls. I believe the only player that has 2 fouls on other teams. On either teams, we'll check that.
Perhaps being a bit more cautious, but it is what it is. From the corner, Ward brings it down. On the run is Manley. Through traffic to Dirksen on the wing right. Spinning around, off target.
Good
Ward
offensive
will kick it back
rebound.
up. Two subs coming in for Muskingum on the next dead ball. Dirksen tries to dribble away into the paint, met the double team, stands her ground, puts it up and banks it in.
Nice job there by Dirksen. She drove there and then she made her own space there. She kind of pushed back a little bit and got an opening and banks it home.
Making up for lost time. She had a three-pointer in the first half. Dirksen now has 5. Lang up top, almost swiped by Weeks. Bonner thinks of it, comes closer, and under much duress will be fouled.
Bonner left the game for a while in the first half with a little bit of an injury. One of the leading scorers right at 13 points a game. Nice drive, shooting 2 here.
7:59 as Bonner connects on the first one.
Get another look here on that last play. Pass it to Bonner. She fakes the shot, drives, splits the defenders, draws the foul. From Zanesville High School, a junior forward, 12.9 a game, 6 rebounds.
And it will be an ONU basketball foul on after the shot, after the free throw. Seven points the advantage for the Polar Bears, 38-31. They say no foul after all.
I thought there was a foul in the backcourt. So there's a 4-point game at halftime. They've been able to extend it to 7.
Ward up, no good. And there'll be a foul, a shooting foul on the rebound.
Foul on Ward there, and that was the case where she missed it, a little bit of frustration, tried to reach for it over the back for the foul.
Sorry about that, Dave. I saw the official put out 2 to the side, and I couldn't understand because it was so early in. But nonetheless, it wasn't a shooting foul. Up and good on the run. Higher. Back down to a 4-point game.
Higher the
38-34.
Sorry, Dean. Higher the first player in double figures. She now has 12 points.
Higher will bring it to the near side. Lang to the far side now to Filiagi. And launching, no good from Bates. Dirksen on the run to the baseline, has an opening. Will put the shot up, straight up, gets her own rebound and kicks it back out. Dirksen will launch from 3, got it.
We're seeing what Ohio Northern missed with Dirksen was out in the first half with foul trouble and out. She can make her own shot, and she got a good offensive rebound to keep alive and then knocks down the tray.
You know, you talk about teams being able to key on somebody. That's one of the things that she does. She scores inside, she scores outside. She's explosive, she makes things happen. It's almost, and I think you saw this in the first half, that ONU's offense kind of ground. It was kind of grinding. Yeah. It wasn't quite as prolific. It wasn't as high octane.
And she can make her shot. And sometimes an offense just needs somebody to make a shot. You can't always just pass it there. She's the leading scorer at 14 on the season.
Abby Weeks on the near side, inside to Mesher. To the outside, Manley lets fly, no good, but that's okay. The rebound up and in from Abby Weeks.
Abby Weeks, a good position there, willed her way in and rolled it home. Lead now at 9. That's the biggest lead of the day for the Polar Bears.
Latrina Parks comes into the contest. First time that we've called her name this afternoon. The 5'9" junior from Columbus, from Thomas Worthington High School. And ONU on top of their biggest lead of the game, high water mark of 9.
A lot of it has had to do with Dirks, who's had 6 points already in the half, inside the mesher.
Parks with the hard luck shot, had a look, and it hits the bottom of the rim.
Another chance here for ONU after the turnover.
Sneaking in, Dirksen. She got the foul.
Nice job moving there without the ball, getting an opening there. And nice pass by Manley. So Dirksen, averages 14 on the season. Had 2 in the first half, and now she's in double figures at 10 as you get another look.
Dirksen at the line coming into this contest. 39 of 45 for about 87%. And at this point, Dave, this is, if you're Muskingum, you got to really gut check, because game is about ready to be broken open.
Yeah, it's missed there, but yeah, they need to get a basket here if you're the Muskie fan, and they do there on the bank shot.
Yeager in the bank shot. She now has 4. Onto the wing to Dirksen. As we said before, Dirksen can make anything happen anywhere.
Yeah, and she has the look now that she can do. She feels like she can get a step on her defender at any time. Has the confidence. She's been a good, solid player of this Polar Bear team for the last couple years.
Parks deals it to Mesher, and a foul going on Bonner. That will be for Bonner. That should be her second. That is her second. I don't know that she's in foul trouble yet at this juncture in the game.
That was just 2. I don't think anybody's gotten their 3rd foul, which would be a little bit of foul trouble. But Dirksen will inbound.
Mesher will battle for it, almost lost. Off to Brock. Just 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. 21 on the shot clock. Quickly out. Now Parks to the near side. Scramble for it. Brock, the one-handed toss to Dirksen in the right corner. Dirksen will work free. Deals it to Mesher. Angles over the double team. Gets it rejected. Carroll on the run into the paint. And a block, and it could have went either way.
Yeah, one of those bang-bang calls here that you get a replay, you see it in slower motion. Leading the break there for Muskingum as we have Manley tried to get over, and she was kind of moving a little bit there. Probably a good call as we have timeout on the floor.
We will take the timeout. We will return. This is NKTelco Sports.
Trust us. NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us.
45-36, Ohio Northern flexing its muscles to a 9-point advantage. That is their biggest lead of the game. They've had it at several points, 4:34 remaining in the third quarter. Dean Jackson along with Dave Kanapke, and the addition of Dirksen, Jenna Dirksen, the senior guard from Beaver Creek, has really changed the tone of the game. I don't want to say that Ohio Northern was struggling, but I will say that it's a lot smoother sailing now.
Yes, she just scored 8 points here in the second half out of the 11 that they've scored, and now you can see the offense can revolve off of her. She can drive, she can dish underneath, and you can work off of that. It makes everybody else a little more open. Talked about she's a senior, three-year letter winner. She's been a good player since her freshman year, and a senior leader like that is really taking charge of the game here in the second half.
We have played 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes, 26 seconds. Dirksen has scored 5 points. Bonner thinks about it for a moment, works her way inside, met by the double team, up, no good. Knocked it out of bounds, and we will wait for the call. Heard that somebody had, nope, they're just going to say out of bounds. We heard one from the peanut gallery say over the back.
There's always one or two in the crowd that say that.
Bonner will circle her way in, up and good with an amazing shot.
Good athletic move. She was falling to the floor when she put that one up.
That's a Dave Kanapke shot.
I can't do it left-handed, though.
Brock, boom!
Nice job, Brock. Really set herself, set her legs, followed through, really concentrated on her technique, and she was rewarded with the splash.
A 10-point advantage. Under 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Ohio Northern getting ready to stomp on the gas. Messer up and no good, but she got the foul. Or at least if you're Ohio Northern, you want to step on the gas.
Yeah, I was just thinking that is like they just haven't been able to shake Muskingum, and maybe this is the point. The double figures, 10-point lead is the biggest they've had. Messer will be on the line here, see if she can keep the momentum going for the Lady Polar Bears.
She now has 3 points. 11 points the advantage now, the biggest of the contest for the Polar Bears.
Messer from Marion Local High School has the record, career record on career field goal percentage at 58.5 or 55.8. That's right, the career low high. She can maintain that through her rest of her career. Right now, she's 6-foot junior, gets a break.
12-point lead. Muskingum trying to claw their way back into this one. The short jumper falls short on the miss from Yeager.
Nice shout there by Ward to get the rebound and fight for it.
And again, Dirksen there in no time, getting ready to make something happen. Weaving her way through traffic. That's Filiaghi. Parks with the rebound. To the near side comes Manley to the corner. Back up top to Parks. Looks it off with a one-handed grab to Manley underneath the Ward. She'll spin it up. Nope. The rebound to Filiaghi.
Seemed like they had a couple possessions come up dry there for Ohio Northern. Muskingum only won 11, but they have a lot of fight here this afternoon.
Rocket open look to the basket up, and it is good.
Almost missed that layup as she had a look on her face like, oh my gosh, but I believe that's the first breakaway layup the Polar Bears have had all day.
She very well was the only person on that side of the court. Pops no good. Brock with the rebound. Brock, by the way, leading Polar Bear scorer with 14. And she got that started with a lot of threes in the first half.
She's hit a couple here in the second half. Ward's open.
Ward draws the foul. She will go to the line.
She was wide open there early. They got the ball to her a little bit later where the defender was there. Still draws the foul. Ward, who's a 6-foot sophomore from Upping Arlington, will shoot 2 after the timeout.
We will take the timeout. We will return. Polar Bears 52, Muskies 38. This is NKTelco.
Nareda Lanes in Ada offers men's league bowls on Mondays and Wednesday evenings, women's league bowls on Thursday evenings, Couples bowls on Friday evenings, Kids Bowl on Saturday mornings from December through March, Scotch mixed double bowls on the last Saturday of every month, open bowling on Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon reserve the bowling alley for children's birthday parties, and on Sunday, lanes are available to reserve for birthdays of any age as well as for group events. Check out NKTelanes.com for more info.
We welcome you back. Scoreboard tonight brought to you by That Place for Pets, where every dog can be a top dog. And Allen Knott Honda Toyota. A better experience at a better price only at Allen Knott. Rocking and rolling. That is what Ohio Northern is doing right now. 14 points, but it seems so much bigger.
Yeah, they seem like they're on the brink of blowing it out. Look at some of the stats here in the third quarter. The Polar Bears 7 of 15, where Muskingum just 3 of 13. In the three-point shooting, they continue their hot shooting from the second quarter when they were 6 of 7. They're 2 of 3 here in the third quarter, and they're right now we have Ward on the line here as Polar Bears seem on the brink of really blowing things open here. Let's see if they can do that.
Ward has been so strong inside. I don't have her, well, I guess I do have her numbers. She has got 4 rebounds. She's played tough inside. She's only got 2 points. Well, she now has 3. But she has really been a stabilizing factor. And, of course, she and the platoon system with Mesher, they have combined for 8 rebounds and 8 points.
Yeah, they both held their own there. She converts a pair lead up to 16.
Ohio Northern still in business. Up, no good. Filiagee to the half court.
They're playing a man-to-man defense. Seems like it's been better here in the second half as another missed shot, but here an offensive rebound.
The reset, deals it up top to Miller. She doesn't get it to go. Weeks will battle with it with Filiagee, and Filiagee looks to be shaken up.
Filiagee's been a big part of their offense, and looks like she's okay. She just fell to the floor. She will go out. Emily Yeager will give her a break.
Muskingum is in an unenviable position where their shots aren't falling and they really can't afford to be patient.
No. Bad combination.
It's a deadly combination. Yeager, no good. The rebound, Jacobs. Jacobs zigs and zags to the half court. Brock on the wing, now deals it inside to Ward, met by the double team. Back out to Brock. Brock will let fire. Nope.
Good hustle by Wiss. Unfortunately, they couldn't come up with that.
Through traffic. Higher calling out the play. Under 50 seconds in the third quarter. 19 on the shot clock. Dumped off to Lepala. 8 seconds on the shot clock, no good. The rebound out to Wiss, who gives it to Jacobs, who then fires it out to Brock. Into Ward on the post, or on the elbow. Weeks back to Ward. Another 3 on the way, spins in and out.
That was about halfway down.
It was. Just a little more spin and it would have went down. 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Yeager will put it up. That one goes out, and that will end stop the clock at 0.8 seconds.
So .8, you can catch and shoot, I believe, real quickly.
Yeah, you can catch and shoot. I think the studies they've done is like .3.
Yeah.
Yeager gets that one, the buzzer beater.
That's the best way to catch and shoot right there. Good job there by Yeager.
And there's a foul with it.
Ooh. So really, they did a lot in .8 there as Yeager, who averages 13 points off the bench. A big three-pointer here to end the third quarter.
Goes from a 16-point game down to 14. It could have been 13. We will go to the fourth quarter. Ohio Northern on top, 54-40. This is NKTelco Sports.
At That Place for Pets, we offer classes for puppies to seniors, puppy kindergarten, family dog, advanced or top dog, and agility classes. If you're looking for a place for your dog to play, we offer doggy daycare. Let them play in a monitored, temperature-controlled area. Doggy daycare is available Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Screening is required. At That Place for Pets, our groomers are ready to help your pet look their best. Call today for your appointment. That Place for Pets, for playing, training, and grooming, where every dog can be a top dog.
Whatever cards and games in Ada is your locally owned, family-friendly business for all your gaming needs. We carry a wide range of collectible card games, board games, family games, role-playing games, educational games for all ages, and more. Stop in today for your much-needed expansion packs and war miniatures. We are an official tournament store for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, and Cardfight Vanguard. Expect an enjoyable time at Whatever Cards and Games, where there's fun for everyone.
54-40, 14-point advantage for the Polar Bears. Today's game brought to you by Stites Grocery and Catering for the best prices around.
A good third quarter there for the Polar Bears. They outscore the Muskies 20-10. For the day, they're shooting 9 of 18 on their threes, and that's been a big part of their offense here tonight. Also, Dirksen had 7 points there in the third quarter.
Wiss will be fouled. At this point, 41% field goal shooting, 50 from behind the arc for Ohio Northern, 29% field goal shooting for Muskingum, 5 of 21. And the combination of these two teams, they've gone to the line 16 times.
And that's one thing Northern has got to the line a lot more here. Now this will be the let me do the math. This will be the 7th foul shot they've shot in the second half. They only had 2 foul shots in the first half altogether.
5 points now for Wiss. 24 points off the bench for ONU. Lang with the basket. She now has 9. A 13-point advantage for the Polar Bears. Dirksen deals it off to Ward to the corner opposite side. Back to Dirksen. Underneath to Wiss and swiped.
Muskingum able to just stay with it there and got the three-pointer off.
Lang deals it up. Baylock with the rebound. She'll put it back up and in. The sophomore guard from Canton McKinley. I believe that's the high school at the Football Hall of Fame.
Yes, it is. Yep, you're right. Pretty big school.
Underneath the Wiss, up, no good. Didn't get the roll.
Had a nice look there, and Muskingum's trying to creep back into this. Lead down was 16 at one time. Now down at 11. They can make it single digits here on this possession.
Blaylock works closer to the outside. Good. Bates drops it in. Down to an 8-point game. Muskingum making their last charge.
Every time it seems like the Polar Bears are on the verge of blowing them out. Muskingum, they don't call them the Fighting Muskies for nothing.
Muskies fight, I am taking it?
I guess so.
Shot is up and no good from Dirksen.
Well, Bears have cooled off a little bit here to start the fourth quarter. See if Muskingum can keep their run going.
ONU has had a lead as big as 16 in the final seconds of the third quarter, down to 8 right now. 7 seconds on the shot clock, 7:08 on the quarter clock. 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
Nice job there by Lexi Jacobs to cause problems there to Lang, and we have a whole line change for both teams. 4 subs in for both teams here.
There was so many substitutions that I thought it was a timeout with all the people headed to the bench.
Now this is like for the last run of the game here. An 8-point lead by the Polar Bears.
Yeager, that is no good. Barely got it off.
Got a decent shot there with just 2 seconds there. She had that shot with .8 at the end of the third quarter. See what the Polar Bears can do. The last few possessions have come up empty. See if they can take charge and get that lead back into double figures.
Mesher off to Park. To the corner, and there's a foul. To say that Muskingum is throwing everything at Ohio Northern is not an understatement.
Yeah, they're doing everything to try to fight and scratch. You know, it's a long bus ride back to Muskingum after a loss. And there's another turnover against Polar Bears. They were wanting a tip there. Dirksen said something to the referees, and they will change that. So I guess it shows you it doesn't hurt to complain a little bit or just point it out. And I think she did it very professionally. And
how often do you see that happen, though?
But it's good refereeing there in that. I thought it was clear, but, you know, a player like Dirksen, she knows when something's tipped. You know, the players know what's happening there, so it doesn't hurt to.
Dirksen inside, up and in, and gets the foul.
Nice move there as Dirksen. As we mentioned, all the second half, she creates her own shots, makes things happen, and a much-needed basket there for the Polar Bears.
Did not have much room to work with on the replay. Dirksen eyes the basket. That is no good. 12 points for her now, 9 points in the second half.
Yeah, just off her average of 14 a game, which leads the Polar Bears on the season.
Parks comes up with it. Manley on the wing gives it off to Abigail Weeks, or I should say Abby Weeks. Dirksen works her way free. Comes up, thinks better of it, off to Mesher, throws it up and in.
Nice job, Dirksen. Made it happen again. That time she saw her teammate was in a better spot. Got a nice pass to Mesher, and she finished on it.
4 unanswered points by ONU. Off to Bonner. Tries to pivot her way into gets her own rebound after knocking it off the bottom of the rim. And still another look, throws it up, and that one still almost went in.
Got to give credit to Devin Bonner there for her resilience there and fight. She wanted that ball as much as she could. And she's rewarded with 2 foul shots here.
Persistence, if nothing else. That is up and good. She now has 6 points.
So they're trying to hang around here. They had it down to 8.
That one is up and good.
Now down to 10 again as they're trying to hang in with the Polar Bears.
Manley hard dribbling over the Weeks. Underneath the Mesher, bullying up against Bonner. Works her way 3 up and in, and that is nothing more than effort.
Nice post move by the junior there, Mesher.
She could have just said, hey, there's no way this is going to work. Could have dealt it back off. Doing battle with Bonner again. Bonner won't knock it down. Dirksen to Weeks on the run, and a block underneath.
That was a nice job there by the Polar Bears. Not a real they pushed the tempo a little bit before the defense from Muskingum was completely set, and that just gave enough of an opening there for Weeks. So Abby Weeks from Mount Notre Dame High School with 2 shots.
She'll throw it up. Got it.
Weeks on the season, the 3rd leading scorer on the team, 8.8, shoots 73% from the foul line. Polar Bears a very good foul shooting team, almost 76%. That's excellent.
Eyes the basket. That is good. 63-49. The intensity certainly increased. 14-point advantage. It's been as big as 16. Muskingum comes up with it. Yeager. And a travel.
Good defense there. Forced the travel for the Polar Bears as we will have a timeout on the floor.
We'll take the timeout as well. ONU 63, Muskingum 49. This is NKTelco.
In business since 1986, Klein's Auto Parts and Repair Center has been the go-to place for auto repairs. Our store is well stocked with high-quality Napa parts. Our Napa Auto Repair Center is a full-service garage located right next door. Check out these specials. With locations in Ada, Kenton, and Bellefontaine, you are never far from quality auto parts and services.
You know Stites Grocery as a discount grocery store for over 30 years. You know us for our great variety of food at very reasonable prices and our high-quality meat department where you can get our deli and meats at low prices. But did you know we've been catering for over 10 years? We specialize in wedding receptions and other events. We can customize your party with a variety of options. Stites Grocery and Catering in Lima. Stop in, call us, or check out our Facebook page for our daily deals.
We are back. Western Sizzlin' Steakhouse, home of the Flame Kiss Steak, one of our sponsors for today's game. We also thank Nareda Lanes, where you're always welcome.
Being the Polar Bears there as they're huddled around Coach Duran. They had it up to 16. Give credit to the Muskies. They got it down to 8, but how Northern responded. Jenna Dirksen has been a lot of the story of the Polar Bears in the second half. She has had the big baskets that when they've needed it the most. Leading scorers on the day. Dirksen has 12, but the leading scorer for the Polar Bear, Emily Brock, with 14 points. For the Muskies, Erica Hyra with 12. Those are the three players in double figures. There was just under 5 minutes to go here in this OAC clash.
63-49. Wiss to Dirksen. Really forcing them out way.
Yeah, way away from the basket right now. Weeks, shot clock under 10 here. Manley will direct it.
Manley to the corner, the shot. It's good. Another basket for Wiss.
Wiss,
She now has 8.
Nice job by Manley. She got the ball. She didn't rush it with the shot clock. She set it up in a nice dish to Wiss, who knocks it home.
Were you trying to go for the rhyme? Dish to Wiss.
No. Because I'm a poet and don't even know it.
Right. So 66-49.
Foul here, only 2 fouls on the Polar Bears. We haven't shot many more than ones, I don't think, all day for either team.
Underneath. Here comes Miller. Miller will put it up on the rim. No good. Swatted out. And that looked like it went off of Ohio Northern.
Good defense by Mesher as she really held her ground there against Sarah Miller. Made her she couldn't lean into her shot at all. Be interested what Coach Duran says in the second, after the game when they interview her, if she thinks the defense improved in the second half.
Well, she has to like her team's intensity. That's very clear. Both of these teams pretty intense. Knocked away. Manley through traffic. She'll wait for reinforcements. To Dirksen. Deals to Mesher through the double team. Up and good.
Nice job. Polar Bears, a nice entry pass to Mesher. She was able to get a little bit of an opening and knocks it home. Mesher now in double figures with 10. I'm sure her former teammates from Marion Local who's watching it here are happy with that effort.
$19 points now the advantage, 68-49. Underneath to Weeks, gets it swatted. She will go to the line.
Looks like we'll have some opportunity to get some other players into the game here. We're under 3 minutes to go, and the Polar Bears have taken control of this game. Abby Weeks with a chance at 2 shots.
Lang with the foul. That is her first. That is up and no good. And the only person that isn't coming out is Weeks.
One of the new players there is number 32, Caitlin Hurd. I believe her first action of the afternoon. Now she was in there earlier, just over a minute. Also in the game, Annie Wetgesser from Chaminade Julianne. Second chance here for Weeks.
It is up and it is good. She now goes to 9 points. She's also done a good job controlling the tempo. Under 3 minutes.
Shaden Hale in the game as well for the Polar Bears from Lima Bath High School, number 13.
Working it around, Yeager puts it up for 3.
Yeager has a nice shot when she can set it. She has 9 on the day.
69-52, 2.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. And Park hit for the travel. Excuse me, Parks.
Travel will give it to the Muskingum.
Yeager, hard pass to Bonner. Bonner will pull up. No good. Tracking it down is Hurd. Now in the game as well, we haven't heard her name for a while, is Annie Wickkesser. Annie Wickkesser. She'll put it up, no good.
So the Polar Bears, who were 2-5 in December, looks like they're going to start off January with a much-needed win.
Bonner down the baseline, hard.
Number 23, Kate Iliff in the game, freshman from Amherst Steel College. It's Coach Durant having the luxury of getting a lot of players in. You know, all these players practice a lot of time. You want to, of course, the best play, but you want to reward everybody you can to get some minutes on actual floor time.
From the top of the key, no good. And a foul, and that will send Wickkesser to the line, the freshman from Dayton. Yeager picks up her third foul. 2 players with 3 fouls for the Muskies. The other one, Devin Bonner.
Annie Wettkesser in the game. It's her 4th game that she's been in, and she rolls home the free throw. As Muskingum makes a bunch of substitutions. And hang on, we will talk to Coach Michelle Duran right after the end of this ball game. Give her thoughts on the 8th win of the season for the Polar Bears.
Up and good. 71-52. Final minute 34 in regulation. Tonight. Jacobs through traffic, a minute 20. To the inside, Iliff. Up and no good. The
hustle by
rebound.
Iliff there. She had a nice move, hustled to get the rebound, and she will be fouled. And a chance for 2 shots here. Iliff, a 5'10 freshman from Amherst Steel High School that's in Lorain, Ohio. Look at this lineup. Of course, you're going to have several players from near the Lima area. Well, you should have a lot of talent, but all across Ohio, Coach Duran's been able to recruit her successful program that she has had here in the 18 years at Ohio Northern High School.
First free throw made of the season for Isla. Of course, she's only taken 2, both of them just moments ago. Fires up, no good from Clark, Celeste Clark. 20-point advantage, 72-52. Less than a minute to play, 22-21 on the shot clock. Working to the baseline, shot up and good. Nicely done by Jacobs.
Jacobs, 6 points. She's had some good moves and some good play here this afternoon.
22 seconds on the shot clock. Meadows will put it up. That one is no good. Shot clock is off. .9 seconds remaining in this one. Ohio Northern will improve to 8-5, 2-4 in the OAC. Hand on it, deflected. Jacobs has it. The final 15 seconds. And we'll just watch the clock expire as Ohio Northern knocks off Muskingum. Ohio Northern, as we mentioned, now improves to 8-5. And overall, 1-12 overall for the Muskies. Standing by for Dave Kanapke to catch up with Michelle Durand. A 22-point victory. And for the much of the first half, much of the first quarter, Muskingum was really controlling things. By the way, you can catch this game again Monday at 6 p.m. on NKTelco and NKT.TV. You can also watch the games on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page. Now, Dave Kanapke will catch up with head coach Michelle Durand.
Congratulations, Coach, on the win. It seemed like your team played better in the second half and took control.
Yeah, we played with a lot better energy, I think. I'm not sure where we were the first half, maybe still sleeping, but better energy in the second half for sure.
It's been a little bit of a tough December for your team, especially by your high standards. Hopefully this will be a start of something here in January.
Yeah, and I think we've had an inexperienced team right now, and our league is really good. So that's partly why December was so tough, but hopefully the new year is something better.
Congratulations. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Polar Bears with a 22-point victory. We'll be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
Trust us. NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us!
Lanes and Ada offers men's league bowls on Mondays and Wednesday evenings, women's league bowls on Thursday evenings, couples bowls on Friday evenings, kids bowl on Saturday mornings from December through March, Scotch mixed double bowls on the last Saturday of every month, open bowling on Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon reserve the bowling alley for children's birthday parties, and on Sunday, lanes are available to reserve for birthdays of any age as well as for group events. Check out NaredaLanes.com for more info.
We welcome you back one last time. The final here. Ohio Northern improves to 8-5 on the season with a 74-52 victory over Muskingum. They improve to 2-4 in the OAC, and Dave Kanapke now joins us with some final stats.
Thanks, Dean. As look at the team stats there, field goal percentage there. You see 18 of 65, just 27% for Muskingum. For the Polar Bears, 26 of 58 for a very respectable 45%. Threes, the big story of this game, 7 of 26, just 26% for Muskingum, a very good 50% for the Polar Bears. Free throws, good free throws shooting for Muskingum, 9 of 11. And Polar Bears got to the line much more in the second half. They only been to the line 2 times in the first half. Rebounding pretty even, 42-39. Turnovers in favor of the Polar Bears. Look at some of the individual scoring. The lead game high honors goes to Emily Brock off the bench for the Polar Bears. Jenna Dirksen, talked about how she was a big part in the second half with 12 points, 9 in the second half. Abby Weeks with 9 on the game. Emily Mesher had 10. Tori Wiss with 8. And for Muskingum, Erica Hyra with 12. Olivia Lang and Emily Yeager with 9. So Dean, it seemed like, as Coach mentioned, they played a little bit sluggish in the first half. It seemed like they found their stride behind the leadership of Dirksen in the second half to roll to the victory.
And I think that's the key right there. Dirksen just changed the complexion of the game. Quick look at some of the specialty stats. I like those because they tell a story that sometimes you can't see from regular stats. Bench points, 35-20, ONU. Second chance points, 18-12, of course, for ONU as well. Points in the paint, ONU, the advantage there as well, 26-18. And fast break points, 11 of 7.
Yeah, and those are all indicators of the good things. The bench play, bench means you have a deep bench, you have more people involved. The paint, they do a good job of doing the inside-out offense. They get it in and out of the post. Posts aren't afraid to kick it out. They do a nice job, and as Coach Duran said, this is a pretty inexperienced team, but now you're getting in towards about the halfway point of the season. Now you're getting a little bit more experience, and they're going to need that in a very tough OAC race this year.
One last time for Dave Kanapke. It's Ohio Northern 74-52 over Muskingum in an OAC win for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Until next time, so long, everybody.